Well, good morning, all you beautiful people. Hope your day's going fantastic. So, again, just another talking video. I am in Iowa, hanging with my kids. Went out with a couple of friends, seen them. Don't have a lot of time in Iowa, so I only spent time with two friends, dedicating most of my time to kids and grandkids. So I just left my one son's, stayed at his place for 3 days. Before that, I decided I was going to get a hotel room. One of the casinos always gives me, and I only go like every 3 months, they give me like $100 in free play, $50 in free food, $30 in gas cards, and a hotel room for 2 nights. And I usually don't use the hotel room, but I thought, driving from Tennessee to Iowa was like an 11-hour drive, and it's cold up here. I thought, I'll stay at the hotel. Use that $100 in free play. There's a hot tub and a pool. 2 days of relaxation. I hated it. Absolutely hated it. Okay, why did I hate it? I hated it. I felt trapped. I will say the hot tub was nice. But my skin was so dry because in 48 hours, I probably spent 5 or 6 hours in the hot tub. I did not swim. It wasn't a big pool. The water felt cooler. So, there you are. So, most time in the hot tub, I used so much lotion trying to get my skin back to not looking dry and crackly and stuff. I'd go down, I'd gamble for a little bit, and usually I use their $100 in free play, and I may put up to $50. This time I spent $75 of my own money, but I gambled a long time off of that. The food was good. I just took it up to my room and fudged out. And I'm not a big TV person, definitely not a big movie person. At my daughter's, we watched like 6 movies. Okay, Baby Boom, love that. I can watch that over and over. Sweet Home Alabama, blah. Mamma Mia, yuck. Tickets to Paradise was pretty good. I wanted to see that one. And that one was a pretty good movie. The Day After was good. That was excellent. Apparently I like disaster movies. And there was another one. So then at the hotel, I watched the movie with Axel Foley. That was a good movie, and I've seen that several times. That one I really like. So I kept looking out the window at my van thinking, oh, I should have just stayed in my van. But it's cold in Iowa. Like I said yesterday, the high was 18 degrees. It's freaking into March, people. Warm it up a little. It's just, I am so glad I do not live in Iowa anymore because it is miserable. So what we're doing today is, like I said, I left my sons. I've been there several days. Great conversations. We always have good, interesting conversations. And we jammed to the guitars. He's a lot better than I am. He's self-taught. And I sat at the organ a lot and played. And I haven't sat at my organ because he took my organ when I left my house. Actually, it was 2 years ago today. I walked away from my trailer and everything. And of course, I'd sold mostly everything. And then I'm going to head to my other son, see him and his family. And I got some supplies to pick up. I got to pick up a new light. There's only one place, one store that sells it across the nation, and they're all located in the Midwest. And then I am going to drive daughters and stay there for a few days. So hopefully it's going to start getting warmer because the van is trashed. And I pick stuff up and I just toss it around. I grab clothes to go in because it is so cold here that I'm not able to be in the van just to grab stuff. Now in a couple of days, hopefully it'll be warm enough I can start sleeping in the van again because I miss it. It's been 5, 6 days, 7 days. It's time to be back in my own house. And then, I was going to tell you something, and there goes that. Unfortunately, I am at Menards, and they sell the lantern. I talked to 3 employees, now talking to a manager, because nobody knows their job in a Menards. But it's the only place I can get this lantern, and I really like it, even though they don't last. So, hopefully the manager now is trying, but I had to look up the SKU for them. Frustrating. So I got my lantern. The manager here sucked, as most of the employees. So they said, well, they'll come up and show you where to go. And I said, can't they just bring it up? And they said, oh, no, that would be personal shopping. We can't do that. They cannot do personal shopping. So I'm like, wouldn't that just be considered customer service? An employee has to come up from hardware to walk me back to show it where it is, and then I have to walk back there, get it, and walk back up here to pay for it. And he said, yes. And I said, well, so if I was disabled or immobile, excuse me, I'm getting in the van, on circumstances, but he said, we're not allowed to bring stuff up because that's considered personal shopping. So I turn around, and here's Joe at this Menards with the lantern in the hand. And I'm thinking, she's going to make me walk back. She's not hand, and she goes, is this the one you wanted? How many did you want? I said, well, that one's fine. And I looked at the manager and said, do not yell at her for bringing this up. She did customer service, and he just smiled and walked away. She was fabulous. Took me 15 minutes, 5 clerks to get 6 to get that lantern in my hand. But I have it. $17. Menards is the only place you can get this. I love it. It lasts about 1.5 years, and I don't care. I'll buy one every 1.5 years now. I just know to buy one about next summer and store an extra one. But they won't ship out of their zone. So when I was in Tennessee, I tried to have it shipped to me, and they will not ship that far. Let's see how the rest of our day goes with shopping. Okay, now we're getting our oil changed. My mechanic said every 3,000 miles. The guy that put my thermostat said that's overkill. Go every 5,000, and then every 2,000 change your own oil filter. Because it's starting to ping. He said that's because you're changing it so much, the oil's got to run through it again. So I'm going to go ahead and listen to the guy that fixed my thermostat and go every 5,000. Because one, it's going to save me about $250 a year. More gas money. So I'm waiting in line. It's going to be about 15-20 minutes. I thought on a Sunday morning it would be easier to get in, but they are packed. And there's people behind me, waiting to get their oil changed. So, busy time. I am about over people. So, got the oil change. First time at a take 5. She come out, hand me a bottle of water, which I always appreciate. had a little bit of a conversation, and she said it'll be about 15-20 minutes. I'm like, cool. So I'll just kick back. Waited, I pull in, and they're like, oh, we're out of the economy special. We only have, that was $51. We only have the $90 one available. You couldn't have told me that before I waited 15 minutes? He said, well, will that work for you? No, that won't work for me. Oh. So he called the girl over again, the boss, and she's like, well, you said you wanted the expensive one, or the $90 one. I said, no, you never asked me. I said, I wouldn't have paid that, and I wouldn't have waited and wasted my time. So they were really nice. They gave me the $90 one for $50. So I wasn't real impressed. They didn't seem real organized, so I don't know if I'll go through them again. I tend to have my favorites that I've learned, but I haven't had my oil changed in Iowa other than my mechanics, and he couldn't get me in for a couple weeks. So, but that is done, so I am good. If I ever get back out on the road. Lately, I feel like I have spent more time mooch docking in people's drives than I have been out on the road. So I'm getting probably a little agitated because I want to be out on the road, but I do want to spend time with my kids. I love with my kids, grandkids, great-grandkids, and I'll get to see my whole family. Time I leave Iowa, I've seen every kid, grandchild, great-grandchild, and that's pretty awesome. So I do have to stop. I'm going to get some craft stuff to do with the grandkids. They don't have school tomorrow, and the parents are working, so I'm going to stay with my kids. So I usually do crafts on those days with them, but I don't know if I'm in the mood to be around any more people today. So I'm going to spend some time here at the water and then head off to my kids. Okay, I really am over this. So I stop at Casey's to get gas, use my rewards, and my Get Upside app. Son of a gun. I put my credit card information in there. I go to pump the gas, it won't work. It says fueling. No gas is coming out. So I try it again. Nothing. I'm like, I go in, she goes, I don't know, cancel it. Go to another pump. Am I doing something wrong? No. Apparently our pump decided not to work. A guy just pulled away. I'm like, I am so over today. I need beach time. Oh. So, driving for a couple hours. I'm hungry, so I stop at a gas station. Their food is always good. Didn't have much of a selection, so I thought, I'm not real fond of their corn dogs, but I'll grab this honey breaded corn dog. And like, my mouth is on fire. I'm like, why is this spicy? I don't know if you can see. It's a jalapeno corn dog. It's like, holy crap. I'm going to be overly warm now. I'm going to be sweating bullets. Dang, that's a spicy meatball. So now, I've got to get this van cleaned out. Because I've been, like I said, just grabbing stuff. So the next couple of days, I got to work on getting it road ready. It's just going to be a pain in the butt. Because it's going to be cold. But I'll just have to work on a little bit at a time to get it done. I mean, I can barely get in the back. I bought stuff and just tossed it in the back. I got to get my clothes out, wash my clothes. That is the disadvantage, I think, of living in a small place. It probably is not as messy as it seems, but you get one or two things out of place and the whole place looks destroyed. But my front seat is pretty well empty. I got rid of about 40 things. Time I brought stuff back for the grandkids, I got books for them to read. There's a couple books my son wanted to read, my granddaughter-in-law wanted to read. So those are out. Took about 20 things to the consignment store. I got some birthday presents for the one little guy for his birthday. Generally, I have them shipped to whoever's house and they wrap them for me, which is kind of a convenience. But he needed one more gift and I just happened to see something I knew he'd like. So that's been up here, and so the front seat is going to be really nice. There's going to be hardly anything up here. And that's going to be helpful. So I think that's about all that's been happening in my life. Hopefully the next few weeks these videos will be a little more interesting with some travel. You know, there just isn't much to talk about. But I appreciate you guys hanging with me. I did want to say, I have a lot of people going, oh gosh, it's good to see, you know, haven't seen a video of yours for a while. And it might be that you're just busy and, you know, you get that notification and you're like, oh, I'll watch it later, and you forget. And I'm cool with that. But I did want to mention, if you've gotten a new phone, because one of my friends said she didn't think I was uploading. She got a new phone, so she's got to go through and resubscribe. So that might be some of it. Or maybe you're not hitting that notification bell and a little ding when I upload a new video. I've been trying to do one every Sunday. I know I'm very sporadic on what days, but I'm pretty good about uploading one every week. So I just wanted to bring that to your attention if you're wondering why you haven't seen one of my videos for a while. Other than that, stay cool, or warm in my case. Travel, explore, stay fantastic. I'll talk to you guys soon.